cool.
Weird.
We're seeing Deadpool, oh my gosh!
Think about what you get. My sister has it. Yes. It's you.
Wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Time for my summer sizzle. Cool as a cherry popsicle.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's happening. It's dish time. I've always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello, everyone. This is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. This is your time. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Follow the Bradley's Fun. This is The Dish. It used to be the Daily Dish, but now it's not so daily anymore. It's an evening dish for supper right now. And look how many people are showing up for this 15,000 subscriber celebration. We appreciate that. I get a lot of subscribers from my shorts, and one recently went somewhat viral, which got up to it's up to 2.5 million views right now. So a lot of my new subscribers probably have come in from that short, they don't necessarily watch these live things, so it's really interesting to see, people subscribe to my shorts, DL. But I am so grateful to all of you, those that come in and watch the dish and watch the live streams. We have a great panel coming up for you tonight. As a matter of fact, let me bring on my co-host to the panel tonight, my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley. I don't know if she's in.
Yes, I'm here.
She's here.
Say hello, everybody. Welcome tonight. Here with us. Let me see. I don't know how. The camera.
It's the three. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Baby. How are you? Welcome tonight here. So we are so happy for these 15,000 subscribers. Even is that coming from the church, but people is people. So we are so happy.
Yes.
And here we are.
And also, please notice, there's no goal for tonight. We appreciate you guys just showing up and being here. We appreciate that. Of course, we do have celebrations, so that if anybody does want to support us with super chats or super thanks, super stickers, PayPal, buy me a coffee, all that, any of that stuff. If you buy anything from the spread shop, by the way, that's and you let us know in the chat. We will celebrate all of those things, and we want to let you know that we appreciate you being here, that's really what matters to us, is that you guys are here. You guys are the gigawatts, as Pro said, or like to say, you are the energon that makes us transform and roll out to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy.
Energy. Now, also, I want to say hi to as many people as I can in the chat. I know people are coming in, going out, and so I'm going to try to do this as best as I can fairly quickly. I saw that Fair Bricks Studio came in first thing, and he was here early. And I know he's across the pond, so it might be a little bit late for him. He might have already gone to bed. Face the Ace. Congratulations to you guys. Bravo. Well, thank you, Face the Ace. We appreciate you coming in and being here. Then Just Nita comes in. Wow, 15,000. Hi, Just Nita. Good to see you in the chat. Always good to see you. Yay. And then, of course, our good friend Tom F., another mod. A great wrench is here, and he'll be on the show in just a moment. He's coming up. He's in the back. He's waiting in the green room. And I forgot to give him snacks. I feel so bad back there. And of course, the polar bear from Pinellas County, Snortopoopas Q Burr, I believe is another one of our mods is here. And let's see, we've got Linda F. She is here. Hey there, Follow the Bradley's Fun, and everyone in the chat. And Tom is saying hi to his Linda. And my mom is here. Everybody, prayers for my mom, please. She just called me just before the show and is having some health issues. I don't want to go into the concerns, but please say a prayer for her. We'd appreciate that. And we've got there's Linda. DL Findle is in the chat tonight. Good to see DL always. Andy W says congrats. And Alexandra Nakri Paralucina, my wife's friend from Venezuela, is in the chat.
Hello, Alexandra.
Why are you nerviosa? Don't be nerviosa. Jess Arts Theme Parks is here, and she'll be with us as well. And of course, the Culture Bear. Let's see. Izzo's Place said that he is working on a Ronnie Bradley animatronic. Well, I practically am an animatronic. Oh, what? Did you not want the summer sizzle, Tom? We've got a. I'm assuming that was the summer sizzle. Let's see. Sarah Rust. Hello there, Sarah. Good to see you in the chat tonight. Snorticube. She's saying hi to Snort. And Braylon is here. Braylon, very well. Hey, what's up, Bray? Good to see you. Let's see. Tom and Nita. Happy 15 Key. Woo woo. Dan's Life at the Kingdom is in the chat.
Hello.
I don't know what organization that is, but that doesn't sound all. It's the lots and lots of K's. The organization. Pam Empson is here. Thank you, Jess. What is it? Oh, yeah, I found a video. Okay. And I'm trying to see if I missed anyone. I think that's everybody. Okay, I think I got everybody. Prayers for my mom. Yes, thank you very much. Prayers sent. Everybody's praying for my mom, so we appreciate that. Now I think it's time that we should bring on the panel all the way from his rocket ship. He's exiting the rocket ship now from NASA, and that it. Did I just say NASA? It's NASA. Let's bring Tom F on the stage.
NASA?
I don't know what that is.
You've been hanging out with Pedro too much.
I think so, man. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good. Congrats on the amount of viewers that you roped in on your shorts. And why are they in your shorts, Ron?
I don't know, man. Get out of my shorts. Get out of my shorts. Hey, did you see that I added you to my intro?
Yes, I was laughing hysterically at that.
that was good. I'm
on an intro. I made it.
Yes, you did indeed. Jess Hart's Theme Parks is here. Hello, Jess.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Very good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Yeah. We're
got such a lovely and clean living room. I love that space.
I know. You know, the maid worked really hard.
It's a beautiful, beautiful space. And coming to us from the great beyond, but the great right here, that is our good friend LW Ghost.
Beyond the Blue Horizon. There was a song like that once. But hey, I remember the oldies. What can I say?
LW Ghost did all the snacks in the back room. He left Jess.
Never. But I was enjoying a lemon bundt cake just before we came together. So I highly recommend those. Oh, yeah.
My wife's one of her favorites, Virginia. You want to tell LW about your lemon favorite? Baby?
The lemon strawberry?
No, the lemon pound cake.
Oh, the lemon pound cake. Yes, my favorite. That's a really good flavor.
Well, this is kind of like lemon pound cake, but it's in a bundt cake form, and then they use cream cheese frosting, like from a red velvet cake on top. And oh dear, is it good? I was auditioning it for the role of birthday cake for my nephew, so
nice.
I think it passed.
My goodness gracious.
Whatever.
Oh, Jose Javier has come in. Go and Shogi, our great wrench, is here. And of course, and Nita says, great to see you, Lou. Lou, thank you, Canadian Family Life. We appreciate that. Jess is up in Canada, right? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm like Canada South. I can see Canada if I go a little further north from here across the lake.
Yeah, my goodness gracious me. So we do have a show. We have news to get to. Want to discuss some of the news, all of the news that fun. Some of it is theme park news. Some of it is news about where people ended up in the wrong place.
I think what happened is I went to Epcot. you can go around the whole world, and I had a couple in the Germany section, and I thought I went to China. Anyway, I'm a knucklehead. But
he's a knucklehead. That is
once.
Once.
Oh, come on. You know that. Johnny Dangerously. Come on.
Oh.
Bastards.
All of those lines. I wanted to look at and here's a question for the panel. Real quick question for the panel. Has anyone on the panel seen either the new any of the three major blockbusters that are out right now at the movie theater? That would be Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, or Fantastic Four First Steps.
Nope.
I seen Jurassic Park refart. Yes.
You did.
I've just been living vicariously through what the people on X tell me, and it doesn't look like I want to spend money on it yet.
Aha.
I never said I spent money on it, Jess.
So, no, that's as a matter of fact, let's talk about the money, because that's kind of where we're at right now. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. It's been an interesting summer. The reason I bring it up, to tell you what, it's just interesting to me because we have a summer where there are three movies that I would suggest, if these same movies came out in the year 2019, or facsimiles of these movies, they would be doing much better. Now, Jurassic World Rebirth is actually doing okay. The other ones, I don't know that they're doing as great. So let's put this on the screen. This is right out of the numbers, so we can see it this weekend. Oops. So if you look, we've got the weekend domestic chart for July 25th, 2025. We got Fantastic Four First Steps leading the way with 117 million. And if you look at the weekend for that, now at this point in time, we have the finalized weekend numbers. You don't get those until Monday, because on Sunday, what they do is a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of outlets react to the Sunday numbers. The Sunday numbers come out, and those are estimates. They estimated the domestic box office yesterday for Fantastic Four First Steps at 118 million, and it came in less than the estimate. That's never a good thing when it comes in less than the estimate. I don't know if they get the estimate from the studios or who they get it from. Do you know, Lou? You might. LW Ghost.
Mostly it's based on advanced ticket sales.
Okay, so advanced ticket sales, and I'm assuming estimated walk-up business.
Well, yeah, and they're saying if it made this many days before it opened, it's going to make this much down the way. Everybody's got an algorithm these days, Ryan. They all have their own little pet formula. But the big factor that's so different, especially when you compare the per theater numbers, is the whole issue of large screen venues, the IMAX theaters. They're building more of them. Like, I did an article, by the way, in that Park Place that's up now, about what are they going to do when it's not peak season, and about how timing these releases so that they don't bump into each other when the new kid on the block after a week or two takes over those high-end price tag screens. Nobody's quite sure how to make it work yet, as evidenced by how many have been bumped. In fact, one of them, F1, is coming back in September, even though it will have been out for streaming and everything by then, on the basis of, the theaters are empty now, and maybe people would rather see it on the big screen than on their own big screen in the basement, So, and then, as I said here, they're going to these older movies like Jaws and The Right Stuff and Apollo 13. And so many of these classic movies are hitting their X anniversary, 30 year, 50 year, whatever, that they're going to bring them back out in IMAX. And of course, as I said at the very end, the difference being when Jaws opened, there weren't commercials before it for 15 or 20 minutes. Now, but Yeah, they have a clever ad tagline too for the Jaws revival. We're going to need a bigger screen.
Which, you know, that's quite appropriate.
clever,
My wife and I recently watched all of the Jaws movies. Let's see, somebody just popped in.
Oh, poor baby. Some of the later ones are bad.
Did somebody pop?
Is Luke Gossett or somebody's in it? Anyways, just really.
Let me see here. I thought I heard somebody pop in the background, but I don't see anybody right now. So if anybody sees a chat in the background, let me know. I can't see them all on my screen, which is ironic. But anyway, yeah. So that it's interesting because what it means is higher price tickets, bigger screens, possibly a lot fewer butts in seats to see these movies, though. I personally, when we go to the movies, we basically wait until it's $5, which is on Tuesday nights or Saturday mornings at our local theater, but it's a great theater. They have a full kitchen, and they bring like you can scan on your seat. They bring food to the table to your seat, and it only costs $5 to see the movie.
What
gets
me about the level of catering in movie theaters now, I noticed my local DoorDash is also delivering from the movie theaters, and I'm going, why? It's as good as it can be. Why would you get the movie theater crappy pizza when you could go to a real pizza place and have it delivered? You know. Or whatever.
Really wanted that buttery popcorn, I guess.
Well, yeah, I guess, or at least without the $30 Galactus popcorn bucket head.
No, it's $85.
85?
It's $85 for the Galactus popcorn bucket.
Does it feed you the popcorn?
What happens is when you get home, the Galactus popcorn bucket eats you.
I was going to say,
I'm not going to say what I was just going to say. I'm just not going to.
You die with a smile on your face because the Silver Surfer girl shows up first.
Oh my goodness,
Lou! I might get in trouble if I admit to that.
Well, I told you heard my joke, right? I said they were going to have Sydney Sweeney play the part, but when they priced out what the silver would cost for the costume, they got the skinny girl instead.
Out of that parkplace.com, Lou was talking about his article, the big screens and all of that. And then
they haven't quite figured out how to make it work yet, but they will.
Yeah, it's interesting. So the first step seemingly lost to Superman in opening weekend box office comparison. That's not saying that much, though.
Well, what's interesting is how much it fell off during the weekend. Apparently, Sunday was much worse than Saturday, and Saturday was weak compared to Friday night, which means word of mouth usually takes the whole weekend to get out there and kill the second week, but it's happening faster.
Well, also, I have noticed that the fans for this Superman movie, it's divisive. There are people like me and Marvin who didn't like it at all, and then other people who really, really loved it. And those people who loved it are going to see it multiple times, and they're like shouting about it. I mean, if you go to your X feed, I've seen Superman 10 times. I've seen it 5 times. I'm going back again. All of that. I've seen a lot of that. So people are.
I'm gonna guess. I'm going to guess when I ask this question that the answer is no. Do any of them actually show you their ticket stubs?
No, they don't.
You know the old expression, I brought the receipts? Well, it isn't happening. So what gets me is when 50 people you've never heard of show up and use exactly the same words and phrases to tell you how it's the greatest thing since, I don't know, the 10 Commandments or something.
Oh, that's actually happened with every single movie that's come out this year, though. If you look at it, it's very strange. I saw it with Snow White, and even with the movie that we really liked, which was the new Lilo and Stitch. We loved the new Lilo and Stitch, but it had the same talking points from a lot of different reviewers, as did Snow White, as did Jurassic, as did Superman,
the
as
same
did
people that
Fantastic
loved
Four.
Tiana's Adventure and the Walt Lincoln statue. So
let's break in here for just a minute, because hanging with Erica and Raph wasn't able to be here tonight with us, but she sends $50. Thank you for that, and I do believe that deserves a celebration.
I just love that with all of the universe out there in a galaxy far away, they all dance like they're in a disco in the 70s.
It's universal.
Or Disney, as the case may be. But that was, I saw somebody say, how come on Star Trek, if they're going where no one's been before, there's always somebody there?
That's a good point.
It never occurred to me before until I read that meme. But anyway, I talk about bad dancing. Oh, if you want bad dancing, check out the second episode of the new season of Strange New Worlds. Oh my God!
Oh, we don't.
Wait, that came out again?
Yeah, there's 3 out now.
What is Strange New Worlds?
The newest Star Trek series, the one with
no, sorry,
and the first episode was really good. It was really, really, really good.
Disney Abu Dhabi, Strange New Worlds.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah. My goodness gracious,
I honestly think Josh is going to be the CEO because he made that deal happen, and that's what's going to pay their bills while they've got all of their real revenue generators shut down and rebuilt and not working for the next 5 or 6 years.
Jeez.
I'm wandering all over the map. I do that. I apologize. Meanwhile,
no, you're fine. I just wanted to get this the film. Let's talk about Fantastic Four. The film marking the Fantastic Four's official entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe following Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox grossed not quite $118 million domestically over its 3-day opening weekend. This figure, while impressive and a massive improvement over the disastrous $25 million debut of 2015's Fanforstic, that's what I'm calling it, is Fanforstic, fell short of Superman's domestic opening of $125 million just 2 weeks earlier on July 11th, 2025. What I want to point out about that, though, is the front loading, because that's what we're seeing a lot on these movies now, is front loading, meaning everybody that really wants to go see a superhero movie, the vast majority of people go see it the opening weekend, and then the big fans come and return for the second weekend, and then there's a fall off like you can't believe. So we're going to start to see a lot of fall off. Now, there's not a lot of competition this next weekend. However, for me, the movie that I most anticipate is coming up, and that is the new version of The Naked Gun. Has anybody seen that trailer?
Yeah.
It looks great.
Looks like fun.
Yeah. That is, I have to say, my kind of movie. And I think we have to break in right now with Just Nita. We've got to celebrate this. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Guys, celebrate with us in the chat. If you are out there, if you're a member of the channel, you've got custom emojis that you can use. But use any kind of dance emojis, firework emojis, any of those type of emojis, because we are going to celebrate. Please do celebrate with us.
Is it too much? Too much? garage. It's perfect. Wahoo! Oh, this is so nice. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious me! Thank you so much, just
And for those of you, since I'm the old movie part around here, who've never seen The Wiz, which most of that is from, that was a glorious thing. And you know, Diana Ross could dance.
Yes, she could.
I'm going to tell you, like, for those that didn't see it, I think The Wiz is like 1,000 times better than Wicked.
Oh yeah.
It's there was just something very special, and there's this one version on YouTube. There's a little girl who plays Dorothy, and she's singing "As Soon as I Get Home" or "Home" when I think of home. Whoa, my gosh, what a song that is! If you haven't heard it, it gives you goosebumps. And I'm not going to sing it because it's a girl's song and it doesn't belong in my mouth.
It's a girl song. Oh, it's a girl song, huh?
It's a girl song.
All I know is that main theme that they run through the movie of "Ease on down the road, don't you carry nothing that might be a load." Just ease on down the road. Great stuff.
I have the original 12-inch vinyl, so that's all I can say of The Wiz. I don't know if that's worth any money, but yeah, it's awesome. And Michael Jackson, God, he's phenomenal in that. And of course, Nipsey Russell is in it. I actually worked with his cousin or something like that, or someplace that I worked when I was a kid. His last name was Russell. I can't remember what his first name was, but I'm like, I knew when I met him, I'm like, yeah, he kind of looks like that. And then I later on found out working with him, he's some sort of relative of Nipsey Russell. I'm like, that's awesome, man. But yeah,
remind me sometime off camera to tell you my Jack Warden joke.
Oh boy,
because it's not a joke; it's a true story, but it's not for public consumption. Anyway, but it's similar to that.
Anyhow, to close up the Fantastic Four discussion, where'd the article go? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so basically, here's what's happening. We have 3 movies where I think the summer box office in 2019, we would have been looking at $3 billion movies easily. And even though, and they're not even that good, like none of these are great movies. They're all passable. And
That's character right there.
What? Who? Crypto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like from the trailer.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency.
Here is how Marvin. This, by the way, is by Marvin Montanaro. He says, as the dust settles, DC can celebrate a win in this rivalry, but Marvel isn't far behind with Fantastic Four stars set to return in major crossovers. The real test will be longevity. For now, though, Superman stands tall as the superhero opening weekend box office king of July 2025. However, the one that's really going strong right now is Jurassic World Rebirth, which is the lowest rated of all three of those movies, which I find somewhat ironic. I think Jurassic World Rebirth is up over 700 million worldwide right now. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to break $1 billion. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what the fall off will look like come this coming weekend and the next weekend.
However,
yeah.
However, as I have said, the expense of making and especially of promoting Jurassic is not just about the movie successing or failing. It's about the theme parks. It's about, even when, like I keep saying, when I saw that the kids park in Plano that Universal is building was going to have Jurassic, I thought, isn't that a little scary for kids? But no, they're going to do cute little baby dinosaurs there and work you as an audience, as a kid, up to being interested in the big scary ones. And by the way, is that thing going fast? There's a guy there. I wish I could remember his name. I'd point you at his website. But my brother lives not far from that park. And there's a guy there who's kind of the Texas equivalent of BioReconstruct, who does flyovers once a month and then puts them up side by side and shows you how much progress has been made. And wow, are they moving fast on that park.
I will never understand how Universal just moves at light speed compared to Disney's projects. Even like, look at just smaller regional amusement parks. Like, they're generally putting up a new ride a year at least, right? And they just have the winter months to do that in. Disney's just in slow motion.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. BioReconstruct, I don't have the asset ready, but they have shared pictures of the parking lot at Hollywood Studios where they have gotten rid of the pavement, outlaid the footing for where the new Monsters, Inc. ride is going to be, which doesn't, there's really not much to that. It's breaking up pavement.
Yeah.
It's the breaking up and the removal of pavement. What Disney is good at is not the construction phase. What Disney is good at is the destruction phase. So it seems to me when Disney starts going forward, if they have something to destroy, they're all over that. It's like, Rivers of America, let's throw up those construction walls and we're going to just...
And did you see they moved the boat? They moved the river boat further up that canal so they can block off to drain the river of its water.
Yeah, they've got to drain the river. They got to move the boat. The boat may be dismantled completely. They might not even save it. The thing about the boat is it doesn't steer. It doesn't have a rudder. It doesn't have a directional system. It strictly runs on the track. So when they have brought it out, I think it was once or twice into Bay Lake, it's got to be with a tugboat, with a couple of tugboats. Yeah. Wow.
Although it seems to me that the natural place to put it is as a venue for, I don't know, weddings or a restaurant or something at the Grand Floridian. You know, I mean,
that's
it's
what I was
the
going to
same
say.
period. It should be there.
The Grand Floridian would be perfect.
Lou and Ron, that would make sense. So they're not going to do that.
Well, no, what really gets me is there's going to be a whole generation of kids who go to Disney World from now on, and their entire reference for steamboats is going to be that crappy imitation in their version of Fantasmic.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be their only live experience of such things. That's a shame. So.
Yeah, that's an interesting vessel. I've been on it. I've actually grabbed that steering wheel on that.
Well, I have driven the Mark Twain. So.
I know.
Yeah.
What a cool experience that is.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was.
I have driven an Ozark Mountain Duck, but those don't exist anymore, or at least they're not operating because of something dangerous. Speaking of the Ozarks, though, that brings us to our next story. It's not exactly what I would call good news.
I have news. What type of news is it? Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad. Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way.
Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
Oh, so the bad news in a good way. This is out of 2 News, Oklahoma. This financial back is not a great headline as far as the headline is concerned. A financial backer for proposed Veneta theme park files lawsuit in federal court. What this is meaning is that if you heard the announcement a couple years ago, it was called American Heartland. It's going to be the name of this new theme park, and everybody on YouTube was getting really excited about it in July of 2023 when it was announced. And I was the only one not excited about it at all, because I knew that 2 years later, this is exactly where we would be at, because I personally know the people involved. Yeah, you look at the story. So what has happened? Well, I'll just read this. This is weird. It's weird. It's awful. And I'll tell you my connection to it in just a minute. Tulsa, Oklahoma. According to a lawsuit filed in federal court July 25th, Gene Bicknell is suing 3 people for orchestrating a campaign of deception to defraud, that's his quote, Bicknell into funding $60 million into the design and construction of the park. Bicknell, the financial backer and the proposed American Heartland theme park in Veneta, stated in the lawsuit, Richard Solanskis and Larry Wilhite executed a predatory conspiracy of psychological manipulation, convincing Bicknell through fraud and impersonation. I love this part.
Yes.
Through fraud and impersonation that God himself was commanding him to both finance the park's construction and to grant Solanskis and Wilhite.
When I read this, you know what my first thought was? Oh, excuse me, but what does God need with a theme park?
Did they impersonate God? I think that's my follow-up to that question.
By email, yes, exactly. Yeah, you know.
So, okay, so this is really funny. And I'll bring up the court documents. Let me just bring them up.
You remember that movie, "Oh God, You Devil"? I mean, come on.
Yeah, or the old Cosby thing about Noah. This is the Lord. How long can you tread water?
I don't know if you can read this complaint. This is the actual court document on the screen from the lawsuit filed by Bicknell, who apparently that $60 million is the only $60 million that went into this. So he forward funded that money, which probably got the initial concept art and designs out there for it. You can see that this is filed in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Oklahoma. This is Gene Bicknell, the plaintiff, versus Richard M. Solanskis Jr., Larry K. Wilhite, and Stephen D. Hedrick. And it literally does, in fact, say, if you look at this down there, okay, convincing Gene through fraud and impersonation that God himself was commanding him both to finance the park's construction and grant Solanskis and Wilhite 2/3 ownership. The venture was to be worth $2 billion. Now, so when this all first...
Stop
right there. Go ahead. Good.
60 million is 2/3 of 2 billion?
No.
Right. So that would have been my first clue. Maybe the math was a little shady. Let's put it that way. I mean, it makes you wonder how this guy got to be 91 years old and acquire that size of a fortune and still be so damn gullible.
Okay, let me tell you how. Because, full disclosure, I know Gene Bicknell and I know Larry Wilhite. Okay, I know him personally because for a year he played my father in a stage play, a musical theater play that we were in Branson, Missouri. I played a soldier going off to war, and he played my father, and then throughout the play, he was the grandfather telling a story to my daughter or my son, depending on the night of the week, because we had two different kids. And on some nights that my kid was a daughter, and some nights my kid was a son. They are much older people. They're all in their 30s now.
And let me guess,
anyway.
the first line he said to them was, you're the granddaughter / grandson I never always wanted but never had.
It wouldn't surprise me. Bicknell was not a very good actor, and it kind of bothered all of us because Bicknell was almost a billionaire. He was worth about $900 million at the time, and his history is that he was the largest franchise owner of Pizza Huts. He had, I believe at the time, it was actually over 800 or very close to 800 Pizza Huts. And he told me the story because I had said, how did that happen? We used to talk like this. That's what's so weird about this story, but I knew when it came out because I would sit down and talk to the guy about his life. Interesting life. He was the mayor of a town for a while and did a lot of interesting things. He was 70 years old when I worked with him. He basically what happened was, I think there were like 4 Pizza Huts that a friend of his was trying to unload for very little money. They weren't profitable. And this was, I don't know how many years ago, 30, 40, must have been at least 40, 50, probably 50 years ago or more now, when Pizza Hut was just getting started. Well, he was basically gifted these Pizza Huts because the guy had no money and he didn't want to go bankrupt, and that prevented the bankruptcy or something like that. And it was luck. It was literally dumb luck. It was in the right place, knew the right person at the right time. And but he was somehow able to turn all of them profitable and then continue to just add to his collection. And he kept buying Pizza Huts all over the nation. He just ended up over time becoming the largest Pizza Hut franchise owner in the world. And when he sold those off, I think he sold them off a little bit after I knew him for like $1 billion. So I think he's literally a billionaire right now.
This is one of those, we've all had people in our lives, haven't we? Who somehow they always fall up. They're total incompetence and they stumble and somehow nothing ever happens. They can walk through bad neighborhoods in the middle of the night. Huh?
Definitely not me. I don't fall up, I fall down.
No, me neither. But I know people. I know people that I say, "How are you still alive? You're so incompetent."
He's like somewhat like a real Forrest Gump in a sense. I mean, he's not super bright. Some of the conversations, I will tell you. So as far as getting duped, he had an interesting version of Christianity that he practiced, and I'm not going to say anything against his religion, whatever. A lot of I'm Christian. He just had a very different outlook when we talked about the life of Jesus Christ. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was all biblically inspired, if you will, but I truly believed that he had, I don't know if you would call them delusions of grandeur, perhaps. Maybe his luck, he just felt like, well, it comes from God, so God's speaking to him through whatever means. And he really didn't feel like that. So he probably literally felt like Larry knew about this and could take advantage of that. And the other people involved and said, well, if we just talk to him this way and say, well, it's God telling you to do this, Gene, he'll just believe him. And
we're on a mission from God, in other words.
He believed the Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God. So, but here's my question for the panel. Was anybody looking forward to this American Heartland theme park? Did you think it was going to happen?
Yes.
Yes.
And the reason I thought it would happen was that is a huge, huge, huge corridor of people making their cross-country pilgrimages in RVs. Because remember, the first part of it was going to be an RV park, right, and then the theme park. And I thought, if the next theme park east of there is basically Branson, and the next theme park west of there is, I don't know what, Illich Gardens in Denver, there was a hole there that could be filled. And when everybody was talking, Disney's going down, Universal's going down, all these regional parks. And of course, the examples of successes are Dollywood and Kennywood and all those other woods out there. But didn't happen. Ain't going to happen. Too bad.
My wife.
Peck wood if the woodpecker could peck wood.
I think my wife is going to drop. I don't know if she just was here, but I don't know if she's going to. I was going to outro her. Go and Shogi, if you are out there, can you put Virginia's link in the chat, the Virginia Bradley Adventures? And I was gonna outro her, but I don't know if she's if she comes back on. Let me know, and I will outro you properly, baby. Anyhow, yeah. So my biggest issue was that with what you said, you're absolutely accurate, Lou. It was going to be in this like great place, right? Except, what's the biggest problem with that place?
Well, it's in the middle of nowhere.
No, it's not. Well, that's part of it, but it's also right smack, literally in the middle of Tornado Alley. So I had
Good point.
From the beginning, Veneta, Oklahoma. What it's known for is a rest stop. And I'm not kidding. Along I-44 when you're going southwest.
In other words, a Buc-ee's will be there before a theme park will be.
Yes, and the rest stop goes over the highway, so you get off. It's a big. It was a big McDonald's rest stop. I don't know if it still is, but that's the only thing that was there. It was like it's a small town. It was supposed to bring a lot of jobs to the area, but from the moment it was announced, I'm like, I think what happened is that he wanted to put it in Branson and couldn't get land in Branson.
No,
and so
not
they
at
went
a price
to
that was
Veneta.
affordable. Sure.
No, definitely not.
So if they put a Walmart there with a Buc-ee's, it'd be like a theme park anyway.
Pretty much. That's really all they need. If the land is there,
you don't have to pay for the character costumes. The customers are all wearing them.
Exactly.
How far is Oklahoma from where you are, Jess?
I couldn't even tell you. Gosh, I'm like Northeast Ohio. I'm only about an hour south of Lake Erie. So
okay, so you're close to a lot of theme parks up that way anyway. I think at best, if this were ever to happen, if anything does happen to this land, which is possible, I think at best it's a very, very local theme park. I don't think it ends up being a Disneyland or anything like that. It's a lot of weather issues, especially it can't be open in the winter. It's only open in the summer, and in the summer, it is the weather is horrible. You have thunderstorms, you have tornadoes, and I just think it's a massive insurance liability. Anyway. I never thought it was really going to happen. And now this pretty much puts a stake in the coffin.
To carry that whole godly imagery further, to the locals, it must have seemed like a gift from God in the sense that, God, there's finally going to be something in this town to give us some jobs and some income and some reason for people to get off the freeway other than to get gas and keep going. So,
yeah, it's well, it was definitely, I don't know. I don't know what it was going to end up being. Look, if there was something like that, if there was, it's very similar to Disney's idea for a theme park that they were going to do in Virginia, and that never happened. So,
well, of course, that was partly political, just like with the one they were going to do in Mineral King, where locals did not want their franchise on the local history stolen or besmirched or outshined or whatever you want to call it. So, anyway.
Anyway, well.
And little did we know that had Disney built that, they'd be tearing it out right now. Put in
I'm sure
something less American, so anyway.
Baby, do you want to stay or do you want to go?
I want to go because Sander is running.
Okay.
Mommy.
Tell the people about your channel, where they can find you and what you are doing on Virginia Bradley Adventures.
Yes, my channel is Virginia Bradley Adventure. It's mostly in Spanish. That's my community. Sometimes I speak in English with my friends. Pamela is there. One of you is there. Thank you for visiting me. They're mostly streaming every single day between 3:30. The latest is like 5:30 every single day. You are more than welcome to visit me for over there. And I came here just tonight to say hi to everyone, but I have to be with my son.
So thank you very much, baby, for being here. And there is her link in the chat. Go subscribe to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley Adventures.
Yeah, go Chogi. Thank you very much. And thank you. Gracias a todos mis amigos que se presentaron en español, que sé que están allí. I say thank you very much for my Spanish friend. I know they are there watching me right now. Thank you, everybody, again. And congratulations, baby, for the 15 subscriber, 15,000.
Well, thank you. It's congratulations to us because it's, you know, it's all the stuff that we do together as a family.
Everybody's lovely. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Love you, baby. Thank you.
Night, Virginia.
Bye, Virginia.
Bye. Years ago, I happened to see Cheetah Rivera do her nightclub act in Vegas. And she talked about how when she first came up in showbiz, everybody told her that her accent would keep her from being a success. And she says, and my mother said to me, "What accent? What are you talking about accent? I just have some trouble with my bowels." So
No.
I love it. I just love it.
How do I do that? Trying to see. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
My Vegas experiences with Susan Anton.
Oh.
Do you know Susan?
I never met her, but I know who she
Oh.
is.
Okay. And,
Lovely girl.
Well, her husband was the director of that commercial that plays at the beginning of my intro. And she was really not, I mean, I've only met her the one time, but it was really nice. We sat next to each other at lunch, and she was one of the nicest people, most down-to-earth people I've ever met. And it was weird because I remember thinking the next day, I had lunch with Susan Anton. and as a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s, you know, Susan Anton was kind of a big deal back then.
For those who weren't there, you've all seen the famous Farrah Fawcett poster. Susan Anton was Farrah Fawcett for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Okay. She was one hot number, as they say.
She
a lot of those people that were beautiful stars. That I was watching secret preview. The genre guys are going to be doing the Matt Helm movies. And so yesterday I watched The Silencers, the first one with Stella Stevens. But among the people in it is Nancy Kovacs, who was another one of those gorgeous, tall, blonde ladies that populated our screens in those days. And she wound up married to Zubin Mehta, the great conductor. So you never know.
I'm not recalling who she is. Sorry.
Oh,
I know
well.
Farrah Fawcett is.
I think I was born too late for this conversation.
I'm the same age as Ron. I think am I older than you, Ron, or a little bit younger?
I don't know. I'm 53, so what is that?
Yeah, I'm older than you.
Yeah, and I'm older than both of you.
But we're not counting that.
I'm older
Lou.
than both of you and Jess put together, I tell you. But
I'll take that as a compliment, but I'm 38, so I don't think so.
Well, see, I was saying to somebody the other day, I'm in a Facebook group with my high school alumni. And because it was Beverly Hills High School, they all tend to be much further left and much different than me in their outlook on life. And so there are not a lot of things we can share that everybody likes. But when I put age memes, they die. They love it. We have that in common anyway. Oh, there she is, Susan Anton.
There's Susan
Some hair. Wow.
Yeah, well, those were the days of big hair and long necks and great teeth.
Yeah. I mean, that you can see like Farrah Fawcett kind of took that same style and then feathered it back, and then that was Farrah's style.
I'm just saying,
right?
this is a grown up as opposed
what
to
was
Farrah.
she in that I would know?
I don't know that she was in a lot. She was really well known as the world's first supermodel.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
That's kind of what like she like that was her deal. She was Cindy Crawford before Cindy Crawford was Cindy Crawford. She was the one that ushered in the age of supermodels.
Oh, she's better looking than Tweety.
Well, she was. Wait a minute, though. She was on Broadway in the Tommy Tune Will Rogers Follies. And David Rave's Hurly Burly, directed by Mike Nichols. So
well, she had a show in Vegas, and obviously a singing show. So clearly, that's what
they're playing our song on stage, and a couple of white chicks sitting around talking with Elizabeth Ashley, and she performed with Sinatra and Sammy Davis and Tom Jones and Kenny Rogers, and had a top 10 country hit with "Killing Time." I don't remember that one at all.
You have this like amazing Rolodex of information in your brain, Lou. It just blows my mind.
It's called Wikipedia.
Here's
her husband. The director's name was Jeff Lester.
Jeff.
And Anton has executive produced projects like The Last Real Cowboys with Billy Bob Thornton. Well, that's interesting. And she was from Yucaipa. My God. San Bernardino Valley College, won the Miss California Beauty Contest, and second runner-up in the Miss America. Oh, that was the first thing she did. She did all those commercials. She took over from Edie Adams in all those Muriel cigar commercials. Remember those? About where there's smoke, there's fire, smoke a Muriel cigar. And then she was in a lot of ads for the Serta Perfect Sleeper mattresses. They had she and Mel Tillis had a summertime variety series produced by the Osmond brothers. There's your 6 degrees, Ron.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I know that's 1 degree of I have no degrees of separation from the Osmond brothers or Susan Anton now. So
there you go.
I have lived a very odd celebrity adjacent life. I know a lot of celebrities. I'm friends with a few. I've certainly never been one or anything close to that. So
those YouTube subscriber numbers say otherwise, Ron.
Well, I've got Lou on my panel. That's why people are here for him.
No.
We're all here for Lou.
No.
And Ron. I'm just
well, it's nice to know she's still working or was recently. It says most recently she appeared in the movie Sharknado: The Fourth Awakens.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. The fourth.
Yeah.
I will say one regret that I have is not going out for the Sharknado, I think it was 3 movie that pretty much anybody that lived in Orlando could have been in, because they just said show up for the day and we'll use you. And that was because it was filmed at Universal, and so they were. I should have done it, man.
God, you forget how awful the names of episodes of TV shows were. She appeared. Get this one. In 2006, she appeared on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy in an episode called, are you ready? Turn a poker dud into a 5-card stud.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Please tell me it didn't have Pascal and a rainbow rod.
I don't know, but geez. Anyway.
I want to see if I can, because let's see. I wanted to get this up on the screen real quick. Here's her IMDb page, if I can figure out.
And she has her own, SusanAnton.com.
Still not good at producing these shows, but I wanted to show this picture with her and Dudley Moore, just to show.
He was a short dude, man.
He's so tiny. He played an elf in Santa Claus the movie, so I mean that makes sense. And I think he's, what is he, like 5'2"? I don't know. She is pretty tall.
Well, there is, have you ever seen that famous Mickey Rooney clip where he's picking up the I think it was the Golden Globes on behalf of Cantinflas for Around the World in 80 Days, and the presenter is Jane Mansfield, and he's about eye to nipple height to her, and everybody laughs because she's in a low cut as usual, and he's standing there staring back and forth, and the first thing he says is, Who wants to be tall? Go look it up on YouTube. It's one of the funniest things ever, and it was real, you know. So,
OCDD93, I see you out there. Hey, Ron. Hey, OCDD93. Well, Lou, I think we're losing you.
yeah, because I have to re-rack the energy machine for the next epic tonight, which is, of course, the Monday night super secret probation pro show at 10 o'clock. But but I had spelunkers in my guts here last Friday, and so I'm still recovering. But I'm in good shape, and everything they saw they liked, which is nice. You want reassurance that the world is not going totally high tech and the AI is not going to take over the universe. I always like finding dumb stuff, you know, like when they send me ads for pet supplies and I'm allergic to pets and stuff like that. Well, they did this thing called a TEE, a transesophageal electrocardiogram or echocardiogram, which is basically that your esophagus is right behind your heart. If they go in there and look through with one of these echo things, they can see what's going on. So they did that. And I was watching, you know, every procedure, by the way, anytime you hear you might have to have something, you can find 50 videos on YouTube of people actually doing it, you know? And they've got this fancy gizmo that goes down and turns and twists and aims itself. And I'm sure it has a fancy name, but every one of these videos from all around the country, they have these two knobs on it, one that makes it go left, right, and one that makes it go up, down. And they said, and this is the big knob, and this is the little knob. And I'm going, I know those must have a fancy name, but isn't it nice that the doctors just call them the big knob and the little knob? You know, it's like the big hand is on your esophagus and the little hand is on your aorta. I don't know. Anyway, it kind of kicked the stuffings out of me, so I got to re-rack and get. Although, see, I come in here tired, and then I met with all of you, and it enlivens me.
Well,
And
that's good.
And I say, well, I'm going to go to bed right after this, and then I sit there and stare at the ceiling, thinking of all the neat stuff you guys said and all the fun we have together. And I sure appreciate it.
That just made my whole day.
Well, it's, you know. Oh, wait, you want something for your whole day? I read a great philosophical line the other day. I've been passing it along to everybody. You guys are next.
Okay.
There's a British comedian named Jimmy Carr. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's one of the top people in England. He kind of does blue stuff, but he's also kind of a philosopher. And actually, I'm going to see him in a couple of months. But he's on tour of America right now. Anyway, he was talking about relationships and people that you never got along with and how you kind of carry it with you. And I should have said, and why didn't I, and this and that. You know how we all do that with things. He had a great piece of advice. I will pass it along before I go. He said, here's what I think you should do. Accept the apology you're never going to get and move on.
I like it.
Isn't that great? Isn't that just great? Anyway.
The IRS doesn't issue them to me.
Huh?
The IRS doesn't issue that to me.
Oh, well, the IRS, you know, they have no sense of humor. They have no sense of humor. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me help you celebrate a marvelous benchmark, one among many to come. And thank everybody out there who gives a damn when I rattle on like this, because my wife's heard all these stories before and she's bored. So anyway, I'll see you all another time.
All right. Appreciate it, Lou.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Good night.
Night. Oh, we've lost the ghost. The ghost with the most, babe.
Hey, Ron, can I plug something?
Plug away, sir.
Well, later tonight after the pro show, around 11 o'clock, you know that the guitar I kind of came out and told everybody I built for the Park Streamers Hangout, they're revealing it tonight. And I don't have a link, unfortunately, but if you look up the Park Streamers Hangout, you can see the Charquart guitar, and it's for a good cause. So I figured I'd just plug that real fast. Thank you, Ron.
Park Streamers Hangout later tonight.
Yep, I'll see if I can find a link. I don't know where it is.
Well, if you find a link, you're moderator, so just put it up.
Oh, I know. I know.
Tom, this is terrible. It took me this long, but your picture got big. You have a terrible towel in the background.
Yes.
Are you a Steelers
you
fan
noticed
too?
that? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm a Pittsburgh fan. Even though I grew up in New Jersey, My
Okay.
grandfather took me to my first football game, much to my father and my stepfather's dismay. What happened to be at Pittsburgh, and I got to see Bradshaw play in the '70s. So yeah, that was it. I've been
That's
a Steelers
awesome.
fan ever since.
Yeah, I'm from not too far from Pittsburgh originally, and then moved out here after college. So
Cool.
very nice.
So if they could get back to being winning again, that'd be great. But you never know.
That would be good.
Who, the Steelers?
Yeah.
Had some rough years.
I unfortunately don't follow football as well as I probably should. I've been out of football since the Cardinals left St. Louis because I was ticked off at that move.
I stopped watching when they did the whole kneeling thing.
Oh, that bringing politics into football is really weird. Like, that was so unnecessary. I know why it happened. People that were growing up in the 90s or whatever, as they started to get famous in the 2000s, they were young, 20, whatever, and they thought, oh man, I'm famous. I got a political forum. I can speak up. I can be an activist. And I'm like, they didn't learn. Like, there are the appropriate places to be activists and the very, very inappropriate places to be activists. And we just, we don't need it in our theme parks, and we don't need it in our ball games. So that's all I have to say about that. Speaking of theme parks, though, we do have another theme park story that I want to get on the screen because we have 3 theme park enthusiasts left. I think including myself.
I like theme parks.
I always see you in theme parks. Hung out.
Doesn't mean I like them. I'm just there for the food.
Hey, if you like the
smack
theme
you
park
on the head with the
food,
wand. I do like theme park. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. You do like to smack me on the head with the wand. Let me see.
It did bend the wand, Ron. You need to fix that.
No. Look, you should have known by using a wand on a guy named Ron that it was going to break, because Ron Weasley's wand always breaks.
I'm going to use this instead next time.
Okay. That's the wrench. That makes more sense. All right. So this is out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you have not yet done so. Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be a Disney branded park, but not a Disney operated one. I'm assuming that means I don't think Disney operates the Tokyo parks, do they?
I don't think
Tom?
so.
No. I believe it's Oriental Land Company.
Oriental Land Company.
Land Management. And I believe that they have like a little bit of like, hey, here's this we can suggest, but I don't think they do anything more than that.
Yeah, and they must have certain agreements as far as the use of IP. But I know Tokyo would not back down when Disney wanted them to change their version of Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and they said no. And apparently they have enough say to be able to do that, which is really cool, because some of us have a pipe dream of going to Tokyo someday and riding the original Splash Mountain, even if it's in Japanese.
We have somebody in chat who's been there.
Izzo?
Izzo.
Yeah.
Oh, so jealous.
Izzo's place. Go and Shogi's got a super chat. We're going to put that right up here. 15K, huh? I think that deserves a few memberships. 15 ought to be about right. Oh, are you going to drop? Oh my goodness, he's dropping memberships.
10. OCD, you got it? Nice. Dan's life. He nailed Lorena with a gifted membership.
Lorena. This let's see, Splash Mountain. Everyone's all right. So let's go over here and look at this real quick. We have Go and Shogi with the 5 super, Go and Shogi with the 10 gifties, and 5 more gifties. That's a total of 15. Who got the last ones? Real Steven TV got a gifted membership. That's very cool. And we have to celebrate that. Let me see here. I'm going to celebrate it more than one time. So I'm going to start with this. Get ready to celebrate with us, though.
Is it too much? Too much? It's just perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is just the best of my scene.
And I think that that kind of gift deserves a culture dance. All my chat's messed up now. All right, so all right.
Oh,
Okay.
Another super.
Yes, let's get this up here. Let's get this up here. Congrats, Ron. You're building an awesome fellowship. One brick and show at a time.
Frodo, is it time for third lunch?
I tell you what, I'm gonna do this.
Afternoon, everybody.
Norm.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but it does. Anyhow, thank you, Go and Shogi, for your awesome support. We appreciate that. And now back to the news. All right, let's see what they say about Abu Dhabi. This is by Cham Lee, by the way, out of thatparkplace.com. Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be a Disney branded park, but not a Disney operated one. And there is I don't know what castle that is. That might be Tokyo. It's not Disney World. The announcement of Disneyland Abu Dhabi marked a major development in the global theme park industry. It also raised important questions about Disney's role in the project. Unlike other Disneyland resorts around the world, this new park will not be built or operated by the Walt Disney Company. Instead, Miral, an Abu Dhabi-based developer known for large-scale leisure projects, will lead the entire effort from funding and construction to daily operations. Disney will be involved primarily through licensing, creative input, and brand oversight. Dr. Mohammed Abdallah Al-Zaabi, CEO of Miral, described the new park as being authentically Emirati in style, but fully Disney in experience. I'm trying... What do you think that means?
Isn't that almost exactly what they said about Epcot before those changes went into effect?
Well, I'm just trying to feel, I'm trying to fit, but here's the problem that I'm having with that. It says authentically Emirati in style, but fully Disney in experience. The problem with that is the Emirati, the values are really against the Disney values. So how, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. So like,
well, it would be old school Disney kind of.
Well, yes. Okay.
Disney, will we dare happen to hear ladies and gentlemen instead of friends?
I don't know what you'll hear over there. I mean, it is.
How long we've been on here? I don't want to say it. Never mind.
No, I understand. That's not that. I just, we keep it family friendly on here. But it's when we're talking about this kind of stuff, it is, we're really dancing around a lot of words because of, pronouns and stuff like that. That are, let's just say this: pronouns are not exactly Emirati. Anyhow, it goes on. Let's see. In the latest venture, Miral will build and run the Disneyland branded park while licensing Disney's intellectual property. Disney Imagineering will contribute to the park's design, ensuring the storytelling experience is aligned with the company's standards. However, Disney will not own or manage the park once it opens. The business structure is not entirely new. For Disney, Tokyo Disneyland, for example, is owned and operated by the Oriental Land Company under a licensing agreement with Disney. That model has proven successful. And Disneyland Abu Dhabi appears to be following a similar path. Disney will collect royalties and maintain creative influence, but will not carry any financial or operational responsibility. And it goes on to talk about the possible plans and design elements and this and that and the other. Disney's chairman of experiences, Josh D'Amaro, described the Abu Dhabi park as one of the most ambitious creative projects the company has taken on. At the same time, Disney CEO Bob Iger noted that the partnership allows Disney to expand its global presence without increasing its capital spending. That strategy aligns with the company's recent shift towards licensing and brand extension rather than ownership of new resorts, and in a lot of ways, not so much taking care of the current resorts. I don't know. I want to get you guys' take on this. Who are they catering to?
Ladies first.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've looked just out of curiosity, right, at some of the tourist websites around Dubai and that area. And they do kind of walk this interesting tightrope where they tell you, you come, enjoy, spend your money here, but dress modestly, like be aware of no like PDA, even hugging and stuff in public. Like it's a very different culture. And I don't know how that's going to jive when a lot of Westerners will likely be going over there to check out the park once it opens.
Well, and here's a question. How many, let's just say it for what it is, how many same-sex couples are going to go over there just in protestation because they'll think once they're inside a Disney park, they're safe? And
yeah,
what will happen? How will they take care of that over there if they're holding hands or if they're hugging or doing even more? I mean, the things that I've seen inside Disney parks lately, not even with male-female couples are necessarily what I would call family friendly. So how do they handle that? I don't know.
It's going to be interesting with their version of law enforcement. And if you look up how people are handled already in those other parks that are there and other things, we might have a better insight to what they will do. Unfortunately, that information isn't really readily available. You have to really do digging on that.
I would imagine. I think this opens up a can of worms that Disney might not be ready for, that none of us really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing will happen. But
all these people are going to do is behave themselves. If I was traveling to another country and I knew, hey, it doesn't matter, I'm American, I'm going to France. There's laws in France that we don't have here. If I break one of those laws, it's my responsibility to know that.
Yeah.
You can't play indigence all the time. You can't just do it.
Okay, Tom, but you and I and civil people think like that. We know that there's a younger generation that really doesn't think like that at all.
No.
Well, there's somebody that used to work for someplace I worked that I live close to, Ron, that was traveling worldwide and no longer works there because of a thing that he did overseas and he got caught. And it was kind of big. He made a mockery out of something he shouldn't have. Caught jail time for it and screwed up his whole life.
Jail time overseas?
Overseas.
Oh, gosh. See, now I've been in hospitals overseas, and I think that's bad enough. I certainly wouldn't want to be in jail overseas. So that is frightening. All I can say, about the Abu Dhabi project, obviously, same route as Tokyo. And the good thing that I can say about it is we know from reputation, and Izzo, you can confirm this in the chat, the Japanese parks are pretty well known to be the best Disney parks in the world. Everybody that I've talked to that's been to the Japanese parks says Tokyo Disney Sea is amazing. And even Tokyo's version of Disneyland is better than anything that we have left here. And we also know that Disney World is losing traction to Disneyland. It seems like Disneyland is becoming even more popular. So we'll see.
Open there.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not Walt Disney World right now, and that's unfortunately where we're at with WDW.
I'd like to ask Izzo in chat if you're listening, Izzo. Did you notice any misbehaving out there when you were there?
What was the guest behavior like in Tokyo? Izzo, if you can chime in with the chat. And he says, so clean, so well maintained. The Frozen and Beauty and the Beast is the fact that we don't have the Beauty and the Beast ride here that they have there really ticks me off because
Castle with a restaurant with no ride.
You know, the restaurant from the moment it opened, it ticked me off because you know what place, like there's 3 big rooms in that restaurant, right? 3 major rooms. Do you know which room they don't have in the Be Our Guest restaurant? They do not have the dining room. You know where Be Our Guest actually takes place in the movie? Where you have sit back, relax, the dining room presents your dinner. They don't have that. What a missed opportunity.
They could have made live entertainment happen in there and didn't do it.
No.
I think they missed so much with that restaurant.
Yeah, and it's the ballroom area where that's the main room. It's gorgeous. They even have falling snow. Like when you're sitting next to the windows, it's beautiful, picturesque, and it looks like snow's falling. They have the West Wing where you can go, which is dark. And I've never eaten in the West Wing. I've only eaten in the ballroom and the Rose Room. And then they have this Rose Room, which is not in the movie at all. They just made it up for this thing. It's pretty, it's nice, but it's the fact that they don't have the dining room it's always been an odd thing to me. But yeah, we are missing so much, and it just looks like Disney doesn't want to spend money here, and they have an opportunity to tout the company, call themselves Disney, create this licensing agreement, and the people in Abu Dhabi take over, and they don't have to worry about it.
Well, it's actually smart for them to do that because they can't screw it up.
Oh, let's hope not. I mean, if any company was to find a way to these days, I'd say it would be Disney. but
you know, with the money they're going to sink in it, it's like anything else. The money the other country is going to sink into it. They're going to use it. They're not going to waste it. They're not going to do that. Anybody I talk to who's been to the Emirates absolutely loves it.
Well, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Minnie Mouse in either a hijab or a full burqa. So
I don't think that's going to happen around.
Doesn't she have to? I don't know how that works over there.
No, actually, no, not inside the parks. No.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Izzo's Place says that tickets for Japan are so cheap; they're possibly the cheapest part of my Japan.
$45?
Yeah, $45, man.
My goodness.
And Dumb Bear says the dream lights look great too. We don't have the dream lights over here anymore. That bothers me. Where was Go and Shogi? Here it is. Disney doesn't have many lateral moves left. They've already copied themselves into the ground, and they don't really have. It's interesting because I'm wondering what the creatives are going to do with the Imagineers are going to do with the Abu Dhabi project, because I don't know. They just haven't been all that creative lately. So
what I'm wondering
we shall see.
I'm wondering is how fast Abu Dhabi is going to be up and running compared to what we're going to have with them just doing the rivers over.
Abu Dhabi will be, my prediction would be it's be finished first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
The whole park, because they don't have to jump. Well, first of all, they don't have to jump through the hoops that we have to jump through here as far as that kind of stuff is concerned. I really wonder how Walt Disney World is working with Sif Todd. But it'll be interesting to see. I think that where we are lucky here in Orlando is that not only do we have Epic Universe, but Epic Universe is already in the process of their expansion plans.
They had that. I'm telling you, they had that planned out before. They had those things filed done before the park even fully opened on the first thing.
Yeah.
And did you guys see the it looks like pylons to me, like metal pylons on one of the expansion pads. It's just dozens of them all laid out and organized right now.
And I would look at the BioReconstruct post.
I think that's who it came from. That would make sense.
Yeah. BioReconstruct is on top of all this stuff, and they're very, very good. And we appreciate everything that they do, especially, being a theme park channel. This company wants to make more money. Oh, here. I like this comment. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do give it a tap. I don't know how many likes we're up to, but we would appreciate all the likes that we can get. Thank you very much.
Updating. I know it's more than that. Let me update it. 32.
32 likes. Well, thank you
32.
so much. Appreciate that. There is another story that I want to get to before we end. God, mine. Actually, where's the one I wanted to get to? Why can't I find it? I'm looking for one, and it should be here, and I don't see it.
It's hiding.
Who took it with him?
It went to
Got
Abu
buried.
Dhabi. Bob's bathroom.
Oh, there's the Bucky story. That's a good one. All right, let me see if I can find this story, because for some reason I'm having issues with it. There it is. Aha! It's a VIP article. It's a VIP article. All right, let me get this on the screen. Here it is. Disney's Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade brings crowds back to the Magic Kingdom amid a slow summer. Again, by Cham Lee out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't done so yet. I streamed this last Monday instead of being here. It is quite the parade. I'm going to say it's beautiful. It can use a lot more in between the floats, and probably about 2 to 3 floats shy of where you would think that it should be. So if you compare it to the parade in Tokyo, theirs is still better. It's nice to have something here. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous parade. The music is not as catchy as Spectre Magic, which I really miss. But I like that at the end of the parade, you're actually hearing the Main Street Electrical Parade theme to end the show, which is pretty cool. It's an updated version of that. So I really enjoyed it. Yep, Baroque Hoedown. Now, if you say that backwards, it's a joke. I won't go into it. We're gonna keep the show family friendly. But anyway, there is concept art, and then Drew the Disney Dude has posted on X. Are we okay? I don't think I have volume on this.
See, I think the floats are beautiful. I will say my first impressions, and it's a little hard to tell when I've only seen video of it. I haven't seen it in person like you have, Ron, but you can't see the dancers very well, and there aren't nearly enough of them. Ever since live entertainment came back from COVID, it's like half of the ensemble of dancers in these parades and stuff. It's strange.
I think they can't hire them.
Well, they can't afford to. You got it. The the pay has gone up dramatically because of unions. It's so when a regular job starts at $18 an hour, there's no way that you can pay the entertainment anything less than, I want to say, $22, $23 an hour. The upper union actors are probably now getting $40-$45 an hour or more. I don't know exactly how much, but all of this is scaled. In 2015, some of them were getting $9 an hour. Okay, so this is only 10 years later, and they're paying them. They're having to pay them so much more money. Operational costs has gone through the roof, and it's a weird economic thing. I've always tried to explain to
the
people.
cost of the ticket from then to now has also gone up substantially.
True.
And that's one of the reasons why. It's because they know that they have to cover these costs, and it's it's literally done to those workers what I have said. Even I said back then what it was going to do. I said, if you ask for more pay, you could be out of a job, which is exactly what has happened. They've asked for more pay, and fewer people have the jobs now. They can't.
So many of them work across multiple parks, like multiple companies.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
know people personally who work at Universal, Disney, and SeaWorld parks, and just split their schedule because they can't get enough out of just one.
Which sucks because they don't necessarily get the benefits that go along with full time at any of those parks, even though they're working more than full time.
Yep.
And I know the position they've been in. I have worked at Universal. I've worked at Disney. It's a weird situation to work for the parks. But yeah, you're right. It's as far as getting the employees back, the cast members back to do this. It feels, it's cool that it's back, but it definitely feels lacking. But let's get to the story. Magic Kingdom officially opened Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away on July 20th, 2025, making the first year-round nighttime parade since the Main Street Electrical Parade, which concluded in October of 2026. So it's been 9 years. It felt like a full decade, I gotta say. Soft opening took place on July the 18th. The two nightly performances at 9 and 11 p.m. extend the park's operating hours by an extra hour, and fans have flocked to the parks to see the new nighttime show, with park sellouts over the last few days. Huge turnaround for Magic Kingdom's recent crowd levels, which had previously plummeted to unprecedented lows in summer 2025. A spectacle with advanced tech and reversed route, unlike its predecessors, Disney Starlight features new floats equipped with individually controllable LEDs and ultra-thin screens. Characters such as Blue Fairy, Elsa, Moana, Mirabelle, and Miguel are featured aboard luminous floats. And of course, let's not forget about Asha from Disney's Wish, which is so popular that everybody looks at the float and goes, who is that? Is that Pocahontas? Can't tell. Performers' costumes also incorporate pixel lighting. Now, I think I blocked the sound from this. I'll just mute it anyway. And please, this particular float, the Encanto float, it's the most amazing to me of all of them, because what that candle does is just incredible. And it's very difficult to capture this because they put out so much light. When it was my live stream, I couldn't adjust the camera for the amount of light flooding this puts out. I want to go record it again, but the lights are very bright. There's a lot of video imaging on the side of the floats that was never there in the past, and that's very, very cool. Again, I say the things that they're missing, and this is the one that really comes to my mind, are the three the little fairies from Sleeping Beauty. The three fairies that watch over Sleeping Beauty. They always had such an iconic part in the Main Street Electrical Parade because they have a mechanism by which they look like they're like floating along the ground. It's like a rolly thing. I would like to see them incorporated and other elements like that into this parade. Starlight producer Katie Marks explained the advance in technology with this parade. She says, quote, "We're really able to control every single pixel that you see on every single float, which is a real milestone for us," she said. "When you look back at the technology from Main Street Electrical Parade or Spectrum Magic, we didn't have as much control over every single light. To ease late night crowds, parade designers plan a reverse route to manage the crowds. The parade begins on Main Street, USA, and ends in Frontierland, improving crowd flow. Park hopping and extended hours when the parade with the parade's introduction. Magic Kingdom now closes at 11 p.m. nightly from July 20th through August 2nd. This extension gives guests more time to enjoy popular attractions during the off-peak hours." And it does. It was interesting because I left right after the fireworks last Monday, and it was bad, but I know that it could have been worse. And what I mean by that with Magic Kingdom, when you exit the park, you have to get back to the parking lot or your hotel. And at the end of the night, there's a huge backup in transportation. I waited about a half an hour to get on to the monorail, but it could have been an hour and a half. It was wasn't as bad as what it could have been. So here's the impact on annual pass holders. To manage expected demand, Disney temporarily reinstated strict reservation rules since July 20th. All annual pass holders need a park reservation to enter Magic Kingdom at any time, even after 2 p.m. The rule applies only to Magic Kingdom, and other parks continue standard access. As a result, annual pass holder reservations for Magic Kingdom sold out July 20th through the 22nd. On July 19th, all 4 parks sold out for AP reservations, a super rare occurrence for Disney World lately. Pass holders can still reserve any park and park hop to a different one after 2 p.m. So it's I think what they're talking about here. Here are some of the reviews. Early reviews suggest that Disney Starlight delivers a wonderful, graceful experience worthy of its legacy, but with many describing it as a more elegant than dazzling, with fewer street performers than daytime parades and past nighttime parades. Many visitors noticed the nostalgic and musical nods to the Main Street Electrical Parade and appreciate subdued star dot lighting on floats. What this means for future park planning, Disney's management strategy highlights a shift towards structured, reservation-based crowd controls, especially during marquee entertainment debuts. If successful, similar policies could be adopted for daytime parades like Festival of Fantasy. And oh my goodness, I hope that never happens. Although I have my doubts about that happening, only because the park isn't picking up during the day. It's just picking up at night for the parade. People are going over there to see that. And the buzz has already died down.
They got rid of the pass holder reservation is gone now for it.
Oh, is it?
That rule is already.
Lorena was talking about it. That's gone.
Okay, so it was basically that rule was implemented for a couple days. They realized it didn't matter, and it's already gone. Wow.
That means the demand was not as great as they were hoping.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm just looking at your backstage chat, Jess. Yeah, the Spectrum Magic was amazing. And the thing about Spectrum Magic is that music, you just like, even now I can't get it out of my head when on this magic night.
That's an earbug. I love it.
It was I actually like Spectrum Magic better than the Main Street Electrical Parade. If they could have taken some of the Spectrum Magic music and made this like somewhat of a continuation of that, with this updated technology, I love that. The thing about this technology gives them more flexibility to create, because they can do it like she said, they can control every light pixel, which means they can reprogram, they can add new floats, they can really up this if they wanted to, and if the time and budget allows for it. Let's just hope that they don't store these in a place where they'll be destroyed, which is what happened to the Spectrum Magic floats.
Are those all gone?
They're gone. They were all.
That's heartbreaking.
Dumb Bear says, nope, Baroque Hoedown all the way. And that's the thing. They have Baroque Hoedown at the end of this. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. You know what they don't start with, though? They don't start with that electronic sounding, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
That was the best.
Oh, I'll miss that. Izzo says they can shoot random fireworks off as long as it's spectral music. It's better than anything. I don't know how many people saw my live stream last Monday, but I was in the park and stayed and had probably my personal single most amazing view for the fireworks, just because I plopped down in a place that I normally wouldn't because I hate being in crowds.
You're in the mosh pit, dude.
I was in the mosh pit. As a
I
matter of
go to
fact,
mosh pits. You don't go to mosh pits.
there was even something that happened, I guess, in that crowd, not far from me, but I didn't witness it, where somebody got arrested, taken into custody
no.
for injuring a 17-year-old girl because of like crowding.
Yeah, I read that. I seen that. Yeah, and it was a lady who did it.
Yeah, and it was. I'm like, how did I miss that? I like where they said it took place. I was not very far from there, but
You could have blogged that. That would have been great, dude, on the live.
I know. The worst
You could
place
start
was
singing "Bad Boys, Bad Boys."
well, where I first plopped down to watch everything from. I liked my spot, but they said I couldn't be there because that was the walking path, and I had to get inside the yellow line, and so I had to find a new place, and that's how I ended up like right in the center of everything. Here, Dad puts it on here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland proudly presents our spectacle festival pageant of nighttime magical imagination, thousands of sparkling lights. I remember.
I can hear it. I love it.
And the electro-synthomagnetic musical sounds, the Main Street Electrical Parade. Pew, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, gosh. It's funny because I think for me, some of the glory years of going to Walt Disney World were 2009 to 2016. I still worked there. I worked there between 2014 and 2016.
I'm telling you, I ran into you there.
I'm sure you did. Did you talk to the DVC people? I was one of them. I worked
We
all
took
over.
some tours because I wanted free crap.
Oh, there you go. It's just funny. I think about it now, and I think like my time there. That was the best time to work there. And then I helped open a freaking restaurant, which was amazing in 2019. Times were still pretty good in 2019, and going into 2020. And I never not in a billion years would I have thought that they would shut down Walt Disney World. When I heard that they were going to shut down the parks in China, I'm like, it's China, of course. They do that kind of stuff. But in America, they don't allow for that kind of crap because we're free people and we can think for ourselves and we can take our own courses of action when it comes to these, health situations. So when they did what they did to us in America, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I just, to this very day, because I'm going to tell you, it was never about health. I don't want to get into the whole thing, but I'm still.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I know. I'm still upset about the situation.
Yeah, so am I. Believe me.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and a lot of us know what really happened. So, but that's beside the point. We won't get into that here. What I will say, well, let's go back to. I want to say thank you so much before we end the show. All the support we have gotten for the show, amazing support. Thank you so much. Hanging with Erica and Raph came in first and foremost. Congratulations on 15K. God bless you, friend, and cheers to the next 15K. And then she had to go to bed. Off to bed. Thank you so much for that, Erica and Raph. Excuse me, Just Nita with $99.99. Congrats on 15K onwards and upwards. Thank you so much, Just Nita, for that. Appreciate you. Oh, I don't know why this is happening. Go and Shogi with 5. And then he added, I think, 10 here to make that 15. And he says, congrats, Ron, you're building an awesome fellowship, one brick and show at a time. And then up here on the 5, he said, 15K. I think that deserves a few membership. 15 ought to be about right. Dropped 10 gifties and then dropped 5 gifties right after that. Now, for those of you following along on how we do our celebrations, if you are a member, and I tell you what, Going Shogi has turned some of the chat from gray to green or green to gray. Is it green to gray or gray to green? I think it's
gray to green.
It's gray to green, which is, the way you want to do, like for the Hulk. Thank you guys so much. Hey, let's get 40 likes before the end of the show. That would be awesome. We would appreciate that. Where did the star go? Oh, so again, we love to celebrate all these. And when we celebrate, the way that we do that is if you are a member, throw down custom emojis in the chat. And if you're not a member, still celebrate with us with fireworks, with any of that kind of stuff. We are going to celebrate all of your supers right now.
Doc, calm down, okay? Just calm down. It's me, it's Marty.
No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future.
Hey, Doc, that's right, but I came back again. I came back from the future. Don't you remember last night? You fainted. I brought you home.
This can't be happening. You can't be here. It doesn't make sense for you to be here. I refuse to even believe that you are here.
That wasn't the right clip. No, it's that.
The guest one.
You got what's that?
That was the guest one. That was the who's at the door clip.
That's right.
Is that everyone? But you wanted more?
Oh, we wanted more. Did somebody pop in earlier and then pop out and I missed them? I'm sure. I feel like somebody did, and I missed them because I can't see. When I have this many people, I gotta remember to open it below and look. No, we have to do the. I want to do both of these celebrations for this because they are so fun, and I know some people love Wookiee dance. Yes, indeed. But for these, all of that, we got the support tonight. Thank you so much. This is our long celebration with Lou's favorite and mine, The Wiz.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
Tom, tell the people where they can find you.
Me? They could find me, swinging a wrench. Trying to find my link. I have it someplace. Yeah, got this thing. And, I got my good old website that I'm working on. YouTube, doing dog stuff, guitar stuff, car stuff, rocket stuff. Hanging out with Ron, hanging out with Lorena, causing trouble on Pro's show in the chats. But that's about it, really.
Well, there you go.
And car show.
You can put your link. Oh, there it is. Go and Shogi. Shogi's got it.
Shogi got it, and I did it too.
There you go. Boom. There we
There's
go.
the wrench.
Wrenching. Yeah, don't just wrench that way. Don't wrench from like Taco Bell. That would be bad.
Oh, come on.
Then,
It'd be fun too.
Jess Hart's Theme Parks.
Hey. Yeah, so thank you
Tell
for
us.
having me on again, Ron. I really appreciate it. I apologize. My 90-pound puppy is grumbling in the background. So if you hear that noise, it's not my stomach. But yeah, check
nothing. You see,
No. She's looking at me. She's got ideas. But yeah, so check me out over on YouTube. I actually have a lot of if you're interested in Cedar Point content that I've put up recently. Got the nice Cedar Point hoodie because I'm freezing right now. But yeah, thank you again and congratulations on 15,000. That's an awesome mark.
thank you so much, and we appreciate you being here for that. And of course, I am Ron of Follow the Bradley's Fun. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody that's been out there. Thank you, Go and Shogi, for the amazing support, as well as Erica and Raph, Nita, everybody, my beautiful wife, for being here and helping to both wrench and being on the show. Could not do any of this without her, obviously. She is my heart and my soul. We are going to send you over to WDW Pro. That's right after this. Going over to the Pro show. As for the rest of us, thank you so much. I don't know if I'm going to be on the Pro. There's a possibility I may be on the Pro show tonight. I just don't know yet because I got to check my chats and back channels and things. What?
As I said, they're up. Hold on a second. I'm going to mute.
Oh. Oh. And anyhow, so we will be sending you right over there. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to change that. Don't touch that dial, as they say. You're good. And with that, I have a new outro, so I got to make sure I got the right one. Guys,
do I get to smack you again?
No, you're not in. That's not part of it. It's just that we're finished with. And by the way, thank you so much to Go and Shogi, because he's had a lot of input in my new intro and my new outro, and I appreciate everything that he's done. So Go and Shogi, thank you so much for all of that. And thank you, Jess, and thank you, Tom. Thank you, Virginia, and Lou Washerman's Ghost, and everybody that's out there watching. Tell Pro we sent you over, and until the next time, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.